We'll now look at the Bruce-Godfrey test. Um, so for the Bruce-Godfrey test of autocorrelation, estimate the original model and then estimate the residuals. That is, you first regress y on all the x's and get the residuals, ei's. Now regress the residuals on x variables and lagged values of the residuals. So in this case, what we are doing is we are taking only one, looking at the one lag of the residual, that is et minus 1. Okay, while in this and for x variables we're taking all the x variables, and this is the intercept term. Obtain the R square from the above regression and compute the Lagrange multiplier statistic. So Lagrange multiplier statistic is basically the number of observation times R square, and once you calculate that follows a chi-square distribution with 1 degrees of freedom. Now why is it 1 degree of freedom? Because there is only one coefficient that is to be estimated from this regression, as in one coefficient of the lag of this lagged value of the residual, which is et minus 1. So in this case we are estimating rho, which is the which constitute to the 1 degree of freedom. Now ideally, since we are estimating this rho over here, the LM multiplier statistic should be n minus 1 times r square, following the chi-square distribution with 1 degree of freedom. But a textbook mentions n times r square, so we'll stick to your textbook, which is Doherty, and we'll write n times r square only. Okay, so we set the null hypothesis, which is rho is equal to 0 and the alternate is rho is not equal to 0. Pretty much similar from what we had done in the Durbin-Watson test. Just one moment. And reject the H naught if test statistic exceeds a critical value. And remember that we can also include the other lagged residuals. That is, we can also add here, say, let's call this rho 1 for time being, rho 2 et minus 2 plus, and goes on till rho k et minus k. So since you are or let's call this q instead. Let's call this q because we are following here q. We said here q lagged residuals. Uh, so in that case, it will follow n minus q r square will be the Lagrange multiplier statistic, which will follow a chi-square distribution with q degrees of freedom. Now once again, your textbook doesn't mention here n minus q times r square, but this is how the Lagrange multiplier statistic is. Usually you also subtract the number of parameters which are estimated in this model, and because what really this represents is the degrees of freedom over here. Okay, so but again Doherty doesn't say n minus q times r square. It says n times r square following q following chi-square distribution with q degrees of freedom. um, Stick to Doherty only, and here and here the excuse me and here, but Doherty does mention this, that in this case when you are regressing et on q lagged residual terms, n will be much smaller. Okay, n will be much smaller. So this is it, Bruce-Godfrey test we have done. So to test autocorrelation, we had done a graphical approach. Then we also did Durbin-Watson test, Durbin-Watson D test, Durbin-Watson H test, and this is the last kind of test, the Bruce-Godfrey test. Bruce-Godfrey test. And one, I think, last thing which I would like to mention here. For that, I must remove this part. That this test is valid asymptotically, which means that it is basically for large samples. The Bruce-Godfrey test doesn't work for small samples.